Hey, I'd love to say that when you meditate, you're alive and vibrant and full of energy, but I'm just getting over being sick, so my vibrancy is a little low, being expressed differently, I guess, and I'm alive, so I'm happy about that. There's a lot to be grateful for. And there's one thing I wanted to talk about now, is the gratitude for life, for this moment, for whatever my body is going through, whatever is being healed right now. The gratitude for having the time to allow the healing to occur. When you turn your life to gratitude, instead of always wishing something else or wanting something else, then you actually, instead of looking for something else and wanting it to be better, the sun's really bright, you actually realize just how amazing this moment is and what you have, and just how precious it is, all of which you have. And it might be the simplest thing as just to be able to see, just to be able to be here. And yet that wonderment of God's creation, of the universal creation right now, is so precious. It takes all the judgment out. And I want to, sometimes in these videos I'll give you little exercises. See today how often you judge. What is that judgment voice? Where is that judgment voice coming from? Who is that judgment voice? Are you listening to that judgment voice? Because it's fascinating. And by you playing with this, you start to see what you're making real, what you're believing. And you start to see there's voices in your head, there's thoughts. Some of them just sneak on in, and next minute you've taken yourself away on all these emotions, and then you go, oh, I was just judging, I was just thinking. So when you start to play with actually being aware of it, you can catch it quicker and then realize what the mind is, and you can realize the alertness necessary to see it and to let go of it, to allow it to become nothing. That's the funny thing with thinking and these patterns. Oh my God, I've still got, my lungs are working only at half. It's probably not scientifically correct. What was I saying? The fascinating thing about the thoughts is, wow, yeah, this cough really has got my lungs working hard. The fascinating thing about seeing patterns and thoughts is that as soon as you become aware of it, it doesn't hold the power anymore. It's not real. So that's what's fascinating. It could seem so strong and so true and so real. And then as soon as you're a little bit more alert and aware of it, it doesn't exist. Like, what? Where did it go? I was so adamant that I was right. And then suddenly you're just aware of a thought and it doesn't exist. So what are we fighting for? What are we defending? It's a ghost. It's a story. It's amazing. We have this filter of thinking that runs our life. And if we keep listening to it, that's what we believe is true, and most of humanity does. And when you see it, when you just are simply aware of it and look at it, and it disappears, who is looking at that? That's the next question. Who is looking at that? Fascinating. And what you're starting to see is life is starting to change completely because you are now living your spirituality. Oh my God, I've got a dog coming towards me. He's so gorgeous. Oh, here he goes. Look at this guy. Cute.